This is Primetime Sports, WGNS Murfreesboro, on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and streaming at WGNSSports.com. The Prentice Alsop Heating and Air Coaches Corner, fueled by Donut Country and McDonald's Murfreesboro, on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and streaming at WGNSSports.com.
The Coaches Show is brought to you by JHA Company. That's Josh Houston and Associates. Jewelry, letter jackets, yearbooks, graduation products, much, much more. Find out more about this great local business at jhacompany.com. With us this morning to talk some Oakland boys hoops is the head coach, Dyron Birdwell. And, Coach, it just seems like yesterday we were doing, a Coaches Show here. So.
Yeah, exactly. It off season definitely goes by fast, but excited for the year, excited for, everything going on at Oakland right now with the renovations, the football team, the basketball team. Just a lot of stuff to be excited about over on Patriot Drive.
Well, that building is huge.
Yeah, for sure. It.
I didn't think. I did. That's not the picture I had in mind.
Yeah,
anyway.
me either. Just kind of watching it all kind of come together and see what it looks like and how it's all going to connect. Or, it's definitely a fun time, and I'll be interested to see once it's over and how it looks and where we can go from there.
I got to bring this up because, in the preseason, I ask, send me your roster and whatnot. And you always ask me, do you want my pre-football roster, my before football players get back, or, the full roster? So that's just something you become accustomed to, right?
Yeah, for sure. It's a good problem to have.
Sure.
Those guys are winners and getting that habit. And, when you take the Oakland job, they're going to be in state most years right now. And I guess it's been all 4 of my years that I've been there. They've been in state title and won 2, lost 1 last year, and hoping to get a little revenge today or tonight, I guess. And, and also, I guess I have to do this. Shout out to my alma mater of Macon County High School, making it to their first state football championship game. I guess they're kicking off about right now. But, yeah, definitely a fun time. I think,
Coach Creasy disciple, by the way.
Yeah, Kyle Shoulders. Yeah, I've known him. We went to the same church back home since, we were born, basically. Yeah. So, but, yeah, should be a fun day down at Chattanooga. But, yeah, as far as our roster, I think we're missing – 5 guys right now. Chase Bandy, of course, senior, Matthew Moore, junior, Valen Henderson, and Kamani Bass are sophomores, and then Isaiah Levy's a freshman. So, it's always interesting because people will ask me, like, well, this kid ain't on your roster. Well, it's because I haven't seen him yet, but I will about the second week of December, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, well, and that really makes the importance of what you do at Christmas time in the early January very important for your district run.
Yeah, right now we've got a lot of guys that are going to play even when football comes back, but you're also trying to build some depth and see what you have before you add these kids that have been at football since July, that you haven't seen since summer camp in June, and figure out how much they've worked on their game, or where they can help you, or what we need help with, and offensively, defensively, and just trying to find ways to keep playing well or to play a little bit better and find what spots and what roles these guys can help. And you're exactly right. The next 3 or 4 weeks are huge for us because we only get a certain amount of games, and then here we are January 14th. It won't be long. We'll be playing a district game, and I've had these guys for a month, where most of our opponents have had their football guys for a month now.
Right.
So it'll be interesting, but hopefully we can get it going pretty quick.
You have played a pretty tough schedule to this point, and you've had a double overtime loss in there too, and you keep playing Upperman.
Yeah. We I guess first game we played Tullahoma. My high school coach is it Tullahoma now, Jason Welch. He's been there, and we played, and he's got a really good team. I think the only loss they've had is to us. We're down 7 in the third quarter and going to run and kind of take control of the game and win. And then we play Columbia at home right after that, and I think we're down 10 in the third quarter and make some plays and come back and win. And then, Christmas-wise, we have Fairview and Cannon. And Cannon County, is a state tournament team from last year and bring a lot of guys back. And Jared was my assistant at Siegel, and obviously Coach Rigsby's assistant as well, and played for Coach Rigsby, and he does a really good job at Cannon, and we're fortunate to win that game. And then this week we were so close to being 6-0, but the double overtime loss to Green Hill, their size bothered us. Just not having enough front court depth, I guess you would say, and length right now. Their big kid that's been hurt, he played really well against us, and we made plays. Josh Wiley hits a three to send it into overtime, and then Yeshia Cobb hits one at the end of overtime to force double overtime, and I think we ran out of gas just without having enough firepower or being able to play. And then we play Upperman. Upperman's really good. They've got the Cobb kid he's the real deal, and I'll let everyone, college, et cetera, know he's the real deal. But we get down 13 in first quarter, and we could have folded. And we battle all the way back and tie it in fourth and have a chance to take the lead twice. We're tied with the ball, and we get a good look and just miss a runner, and then we're down 2, and Malcolm Ashley's just made a three. We get a set to get him a wide open look, and he takes it, and I thought it was in the whole way, and just kind of rattles out. And then we play the foul game, and we're down 3. They foul. We make a free throw, miss one on purpose. It doesn't hit the rim, so it's a dead ball, and then they get kind of a leak out dunk there at the end for us to lose by 4. But I think this helps us, playing good teams and physical teams and different types of teams, and hopefully come district play and then into postseason play, we've seen these teams and we're ready to compete come February and March.
Oakland coach Dyron Birdwell joining us here this morning and talking Oakland boys basketball. You've mentioned a few of your players. Brian Haggard had 23 last night, and earlier this week I saw he had 15. You mentioned Wiley, he had 22 in that double overtime, and Yeshia Cobb 21 last night.
Yeah, Thursday night against Upperman.
It was Thursday, wasn't it?
Yeah, we've had I try not to schedule on Fridays during football season.
I understand. That's probably pretty smart.
This is the first year I finally looked at it. I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not fighting any more, reschedules or anything like that. No, we've had, a bunch of guys play well, starting-wise. I think we've had 3 guys in double figures in 5 or 6 games, and one of them was the Green Hill game, which is crazy. The double overtime game is the only game we didn't have 3 guys in double figures. But, Brian's played really well, sophomore. He's a volume shooter. He's going to take a lot of shots. He's going to make shots. He's going to take tough ones, and he's going to make some tough ones. You kind of got to live with it as his coach. I think 15 is the lowest output he's had all year at Green Hill, and part of that was he makes 4 threes in the first quarter, but he also got 3 fouls, so he had to sit with foul trouble for a little bit.
That'll do it every time, won't it?
Yeah, big time. But he's playing well. We've got to have him continue playing well, but he's also got to have some help. Malcolm Ashley's definitely stepped up. I know he had a double-double against Cannon County. I know he had 14 the other night against Upperman. I think he's double figures in about half our games. Yeshia Cobb has played well. He had a couple games where he didn't play great, and then Thursday night he has 21. Really good shooter, really good set shooter. And then Josh Wiley's been our point guard. We've put a lot on him, and he had to put a little bit more defensively the other night against Upperman, and he struggled offensively, but he's played well. And then we've started Lane Varon, who's a baseball kid as well, pitcher, and he's kind of been our 5 right now. And then we've got a couple kids coming off the bench just trying to give us spot minutes and play and do their role and help defensively. And we've one of those, we could be 2-4, we could also be 6-0. So I guess you kind of got to take it for what it is and be happy you're 4-2. And then here we've got our football guys coming back and kind of see how we can piece them together and be ready to play. And hopefully, come the first of the year, we're kind of gelling and hitting on all cylinders come our district play.
Next week, I think you've got Mount Juliet and Cookeville on the
Mount
road.
Juliet, Mount Juliet at home. I think it's, our last home game between now and Rockville, January 14th.
Wow.
So just a big gap. And then we're at Cookeville, and then we go at Stewart's Creek the 17th. I think we've got Rossview and Centennial at Coach Voss's Riverdale tournament, or Classic right before Christmas. And then post-Christmas, we're going to Page, and we've got, I think, Memphis Business School, Boyd Buchanan, and Springfield there. So, a lot of games coming up, which is good and bad because, the kids want to play. We love to play, but also need a little practice time to try to get us back and ready to roll. So we'll have to enjoy the couple off days, Christmas-wise, but definitely be ready to work when we're in the gym and hopefully, keep meshing and gelling and working together.
Dyron, just one quick minute on next year and the district realignment and, 4-team district, Blackman going to play with the Smyrna and Laverne group. And that's going to look completely different. You're only going to have 6 district games to play, and so you're going to be late January before you even need to play a district.
Yeah, I don't love it. Not that TWSAA asked me what I think, but I don't love it. It's hard to find teams that want to play at times, and so now we've got basically 20 games that we'll have to schedule if you count the Hall of Fame games at the beginning of the year. And when I first got to Siegel, minus Rockville, that was our district. And then even when we added Rockville, my last couple of years, that was our district. And now it's going to be, our region tournament. We're going to play a county tournament, kind of like they do in middle school, to see who goes to sub-state. And then now we're not going to Chattanooga for sub-state. We're going to Williamson County. So
it's all different.
It's definitely different. We'll find a way. We'll figure it out. We'll be excited. We'll have to, go schedule some games. We have to keep playing Upperman, finding some people to play. And
probably going to have to rely on that other district here and play these in-county games because you also need gates.
Yeah, I would love to. I would love for us to kind of get something, I guess, as a region together and try to play each other at least once during the regular season to help us, get games on the schedule and get gates and get people excited to still watch the county. But yeah, definitely interesting. And then it used to be a big thing to make the region tournament, and now where everybody's going to make it, it can be great. But also, basketball is such a tournament postseason sport that I kind of like the do or die parts of some of those games and some of those tournaments, which I guess you'll get 2 against 10 county teams now come region tournament. But we'll figure it out and we'll go from there. And you never know, in 2 years they may say we don't like this, let's change it, or let's do something else, and we'll go from there. But just excited to, I guess, keep playing, and hate it that Blackman's not going to be in the league because they've been such a staple, and year in, year out, one of, if not the best program in Middle Tennessee. And so definitely want to keep playing them, but finding a way to keep scheduling, and I guess we'll work through it next year when we get there.
Sure thing. Well, Dyron, appreciate you coming in this morning, and we'll see you once you get all these pieces back together, and rooting on the Oakland football team tonight, of course. It always helps school morale and everything. Get one like that. So appreciate it, Dyron. We'll see you in a few weeks.
Yep, sounds good. Thank you.
Coach Dyron Birdwell joining us on the Coaches Show, which is brought to you by Edward Jones financial advisor Lee Colvin, who will work with you to develop a complete, tailored strategy to help you achieve your financial goals. That's Edward Jones financial advisor Lee Colvin.
Winners Trophies can help you with customized awards for any occasion. Owner Kelly Hockenberry continues to provide awards for sports teams, churches, recognition awards, and more. Call Winners Trophies at 904-6002. That's 904-6002 for the best in quality, service, and pricing.